Hello friends, welcome back to 7 Days to Die Alpha 11 first kind of looking tools and stuff video episode. So in this episode we're going to look at the new tools, new weapons, and kind of get a feeling for how it all works with the quality levels and your levels itself of your character. So, oh look, a bird's nest. Keep them, they're rare. So they have dropped the number of birds nests in the world, but they have done something else in turn to return the favor. So when you make a bolt, for example, bolt, small stone, no, you need to have sharpened stones, just use regular stones. You get 5 bolts for every arrow, for every feather. You also, and be very careful here, you get 5 arrows for every feather. So this is the recipe for arrow. This is the recipe for bolts. Be careful. We're all used to making bolts. We've got to make arrows now. So remember that arrow is here. If you're smart, just do arrow, craft it that way, and you're set. The other cool thing is now, let's go in and I'm going to enable some cheaty stuff. Let me get some bones. Arrows and bolts now use the bones. So again, you get 5 per. So you can go ahead and just make 5 of those. You get 25 arrows. Quite nice. And same thing with bolts. Bolts now can also use bones. 25. So they've reduced the number of feathers and nests out in the world. So eggs are going to be hard to come across. But feathers as well. Feathers are also now found on zombies as generic loot. Always check your garbage bag, garbage bins, etc. for feathers as well. So, quality. What does it mean? So, there is a scale of quality. These little bars underneath things indicate what quality they're at. Now, items are gray, brown, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple from worst to best as far as quality. So every item you make, you see the attribute there, max degradation 67, versus this one, max degradation 118. So this one will last roughly twice as long as that axe. So this is crappy, this is better crappy. It's still crappy, it's still a faulty stone axe, but it's not as bad as that faulty stone axe. So every time you level up, your character here, you level up based on zombie kills or crafting things or reading skill books. All those things will increase your level. So the higher level you are, the better the item you can craft. So if you're playing multiplayer with a friend of yours who's higher level, have him craft your stone axes, etc. Take a quick look around, make sure I'm not being approached by any bad people. Now, the cool thing is when you first start the game, I've not just first started, I've been on for a little bit. When you first start, you've got a 5-hour grace period where zombies will not spawn near you. Actually, I'm still in that 5-hour grace window, so I should be okay. Also, like I mentioned, when you punch grass now, you do not get, you don't get grass, you get plant fibers, which is a nice shortcut. And you don't need to sharpen your rocks down. So, new items. You now have the bow, which is my new go-to weapon. There's a nice wooden bow. Now it has a yellow bar, but does not have implemented yet the quality system. That's not been implemented for bows, crossbows, augers, nail guns, hammers, and a few other things. That'll be implemented later on. But for right now, they have durability. But the other thing on this, there is no repair item for bows. So you're going to be crafting new bows rather than repairing them. I don't know if that's going to be fixed in the future or not, but right now, like a crossbow, you use sticks to repair. These you do not. The other point is that stone axes, once you have a good stone axe, you want to keep it repaired. Stones are used to repair it, and they repair 200. So 1 stone now will repair your axe fully. Well, a crappy axe fully. So it now pays it's much better off to repair than to make a new axe at low levels. So whenever you make an axe, stone axe, whenever you do it, you're going to get a quality level, and that quality level is your level times 10 plus or minus 50. So I'm currently level 4. Oh, it's a fat bastard over there. So I should be able to make an axe that ranges between basically 1 and 90. However, you'll still get a bonus as well on top of that. So let's go in here and I'll craft this. And what do I come up with? 127. So this is better than that one. Becomes my new primary stone axe. If I make another one, 111. So not as good. So these are my crappy ones. I'll just go ahead and throw those away. Now, the other new thing they've added to the game is a shovel. You can now craft a stone shovel, which is just sticks and some stones. It does not have degradation applied to it yet, but this is what you're going to want to use for digging grass, etc. It's a nice grass collector. You can use it to collect your dirt. You want to use this over your stone axe to gather clay and sand, etc. at the beginning, because this thing has a 250 durability versus your crappy little axe, which has 127. So it's definitely going to be your go-to as well. Now, it also can be repaired with small stones. Just checking for zombies. Now, the other items that you've got at the beginning that are new, your crossbow. The crossbow now, let's go ahead and throw this one away. The crossbow now is much more expensive to make, and you will not be making it early in the game. So it requires a few things. It requires leather strips, sticks, and forged iron. Now, I already spawned myself in a leather tanning book, so I can take leather. I took some animal hides, turned them into leather. Now I can craft leather strips. So leather strips, sticks, and a forged iron gives me a crossbow. Again, no quality levels on the crossbow yet, but so it's got the standard durability. Let's go ahead and load that, and let's load this. Now the cool thing about the bow, you right click, zooms in. Even if you don't have it drawn with left click, draws it. Right click, zooms in. If you're crouched and you zoom in, it acts pretty good. So we can probably. I love going through the grass now. I'm missing this guy. I am playing on, I think this is on warrior difficulty. It's a test. So it takes a few shots to the head with the bow, but it fires pretty fast. I think it fires slightly faster than the crossbow does. Stones. Always pick up your stones. Water, nice. You can keep your sham sandwich. Now, we'll watch him in a second. The other new kind of starter weapon is the blunderbuss. So I've got one down here. I'll throw it away. A blunderbuss is very simply pipes and a plank. That makes you a blunderbuss. Now, blunderbuss is a crappy weapon. Low durability. It does have the quality level set to it. Okay? So these, you can make better ones as time goes on. So again, come back to it as you level up. So let's make another one just to see. 128. Oh, that's much nicer. Let's throw that one away. Now, the ammo for a blunderbuss is gunpowder and paper, kind of like a shotgun shell. But it can use anything up here. You can use iron fragments. You can use stone. Or you could use scrap iron. So all three of those gives you blunderbuss ammo. So you can make them out of a lot of different things. As long as you've got gunpowder and paper, you're set. So now, if after a few minutes, the zombie degrades to this first stage of zombieitis, which is your first stage of the gore block. These can be mashed with the shovel, for example, or your axe. And they dissolve. After a few minutes, they will turn into full-on gore blocks, which are these things right here. And these will pile up over time. So you can see I got a few of those kind of stacked around. Now, the other cool thing that I found, and this might be an interesting early game strategy. I guess it all depends on how you set up as far as paper and gunpowder go. But I have just found that the blunderbuss makes a pretty good stone harvesting tool. So 3 shots allowed me to harvest that stone. But if I go over here with my axe and I find another resource rock, we're back in this business. So you may want to consider using a blunderbuss if you've got the ammo to get these. So obviously early in the game you're going to have really crappy hammers. So the trick is going to be not hammers, axes. So the trick is going to be making a bunch of them. You make them, you check your degradation. If it's crappy, throw it away and make another one if you've got the resources. And keep your best one and keep it repaired. And every time you level up, you want to make a new set of them. So it's 116. That's not too bad. Again, that was 127. 109. 111. So again, it's random, and if you're lucky, you get a good one. Yeah, crap. So we'll leave those axes there. So hope that makes sense. You want to, craft a bunch, keep your best one, and that'll be your go-to item. Now, let's see how good, let me make a first aid kit here. And some bandages. My torch. Oh, torches now stack to torch. Stack to 50. So you don't have to worry about your torches anymore having that problem. It's much harder to set a zombie on fire now. It's much harder. But the reason you have these torches is for cave spelunking. You're going to be using them a lot to mark your way in and out of cave systems. So if you're going to go into caves, make sure you've got candles or torches. Otherwise, you're probably going to get your ass lost and you're going to die because there's zombies down there, including feral zombies, which we're going to show you here in just a few moments. So I want to show you a few of the new zombies in the game. Burnt zombie, number 1. I'm going to let him hit me because I want you guys to show they have a high chance of catching you on fire now. So it's not quite as bad as the zombie we first thought of, even though the eyes really probably need to be changed. Let him go ahead and hit me. Go ahead. Oh yeah, I am on fire. To put myself out, I need to use a first aid kit or a bandage. There we go. So let's kill this guy. I can hit him in the head. Keep hitting the body. There we go. Oh, look at it. Here it comes. Here it comes. Really? That far away from me. He flew right over me and he dropped it way over there. Asshole! Alright. So you can see the bow is actually not too bad. Let's put that there. But let's go ahead and spawn another one of these guys in. And I want to show you how, if you are zombie, if you're crouched, I'm holding the left button down, the right button down as well. One hit to the head is pretty good. I like the smoke effect while they're, after a few moments afterwards. It's pretty cool. And then after a few minutes, I'll turn into the gore block system. All right, the other one I want to show you is the new and improved spider zombie. He has been retextured and looks pretty good. Arrow to the head does it pretty good. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the new... Let me look a little farther away. So I spun this guy a little farther away. The new feral zombie. Now, these fuckers, you can find underground in caves, and it scares the shit out of you. They've got 1,500 hit points, which is roughly 10 times more than the average zombie. So, I can... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, holy shit, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 arrows to the head to kill it. But look at the loot. Magnum parts, and you can see the quality settings on all of these. So this is a crappier version. This is the poor. These are just your general fine quality, good items. So these are good. I'm not gonna worry about picking them up, but these guys drop good loot. So let's see how this guy is with the crossbow. Let's go ahead and spawn another feral in. Now, when you right-click with the crossbow, before it stick there, now if you don't hold down, it goes away, and it's a little easier. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy crap. 10, 11, 12. Jeez. That was a misfire. 13. 13 crossbow bolts or 21 arrows to the head. And same kind of loot. Ooh, better quality loot. So that's better quality. So their fall. See the fall off range, 43 meters. So these have a better fall off range, whatever that means. So that's about how far out you can shoot these with these things. That's interesting. So the better quality that you should fire farther. So really cool new zombies, really cool new weapons. Now the blunderbuss. Let's go ahead and spawn in one more of the burnt zombies. Slow loading. Hard to aim specifically, and you got to be really close. If I'm here, he gets a little tough to fire. Man, he looks good. I think he looks good. All right, one last little thing I wanted to show you guys at the end of this video. Really fun new thing, which I think is awesome. It's going to make a big change in how we do things. I'll just use sandbags for my example. Doesn't really matter what I use. Oops. Oh, come on. If I can't even place sandbags, what can I place? Alright. Oh, they're too crappy. I picked the one block that was like, I don't matter what I pick. They all suck. Okay, let's do reinforced wood instead. Ignore that, folks. Ignore the man behind the mirror. Your nice average home. What did I just do? Oh yes, one high block. Now what you gotta do is when you jump up, crouch, and you're through. If you're crouched, you can jump up, and you're through. So now when you come to those houses, you only need to knock one hole out, and you can get through a one high hole, which I think is freaking awesome. And just to demonstrate again, if it's a low spot, come to this, just gotta crouch down through it. That, to me, is game-changing. And I think one of the nicest little Easter eggs they left us. Now, the funny thing is, when you are playing multiplayer, you can see that when someone does that, their head actually clips through the block. Because the camera is lower, but my head is actually up there. It's just that you can't see it. See? Look at this. So it's a little glitchy. But that's how it happens. You can also now jump while crouched. And the third person camera is really messed up with the new controller. Anyway, that's for now. We get a little talk through about the new tools and weapons. Hope you enjoyed that. If there's something in particular you want me to cover, let me know. I'm going to have a few of these videos. We're going to cover cave systems, new building blocks, and then we're going to dig deep into the XML files. But for now, it's been Wrong with the Bold. Hoping you're enjoying Alpha 11 as much as I am, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.